Not as cold outside as it was a few days ago, but it is cold enough to keep the snow around. And that's probably good news for this guy over here, snowman in Toronto's West End. With more on just what we can expect going forward, let's send it over to our meteorologist, Ross Hull. Hey, Ross.
Hi, Shalima. Hope everyone's had a great holiday so far, and it's been on the quiet front, right, when it comes to weather conditions out there. If you had some travel plans to visit friends and family, high pressure in place, that will be the case tonight. And the case for tomorrow. We're going to start to see a change in the pattern. It's going to remain mild, just more unsettled as we move through this upcoming weekend. As we look at the satellite radar, we've got some showers or mixed precipitation east of Lake Superior so there's a risk of some freezing drizzle. Could be a bit icy in that part of the province, but as we take a look at southern and eastern Ontario, pretty quiet, maybe a bit of freezing drizzle possible around Peterborough and the Kawarthas tonight, but nothing significant in terms of precipitation. We've got an easterly wind. That will be the case once again tomorrow around the GTA, and 20 to 40 kilometer per hour winds as we move through tomorrow afternoon. As we take a look at the temperatures today, right around freezing. Our normal or average high would be closer to -1. You can see it's a little colder through eastern Ontario, that colder air more entrenched, and that's the case in terms of wind chill tonight as well, where it's closer to between -10 and -15 in places like Peterborough and Kingston and Ottawa. Overnight tonight, we will be into the minus double digits, in fact, Ottawa into Kingston, but staying around freezing to just above as we move farther west towards the Toronto area, and even milder as we head into the weekend, but we've got some rain on the way. I'll detail that and what to expect for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day in your full forecast just ahead. Shalima.
Thanks so much, Ross. After a year of All right, it is that time. Ask and you shall receive, and we know the people want to know how the rest of the holiday season is shaping up.
Oh, good. It comes to the weather conditions, not having to give out gifts or,
But it depends on, will you gift us with some fabulous weather?
Well,
and happy holidays, I should say.
Happy holidays to you as well, and to everyone out there. I know it's a busy time of year. Many people still traveling, trying to get around. Weather is all important. So all I can guarantee is that I'll do my best to describe and to show you what you can expect. Let's start with as soon as tomorrow. So another day of relatively mild weather, not a whole lot of sunshine though. That's the one thing we've been lacking, right? Over the last couple of days, it's been mild, but it's been cloudy, and that will be the case once again tomorrow. We may squeeze out a few sunny breaks. We stay around the freezing mark in Toronto overnight, and then we'll get up to near 3 degrees. It stays a little colder, dropping down to the minus double digits even in places like Kingston and Ottawa overnight into tomorrow, but still temperatures will stay above average as we move through the day on Friday. Now, speaking of above average temperatures, that's been the case across much of the country. Mild conditions, relatively speaking, across the prairies. Vancouver's been mild but wet and windy, and in terms of any real cold air, you can see up towards Iqaluit is where we've had temperatures peak at the -20s. That's where the real cold air is currently. It's going to make its way farther south eventually towards the end of next week. Modified, of course, as it moves south. However, in the meantime, you can see the jet stream moving parts of it to the north, parts of it to the south. This is the upper level pattern, not over the Great Lakes, so we've been storm free of late. Well, that jet stream is going to start to move, or at least start to set up out of Texas and the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to lead to some systems traveling in and a transport of moisture as well, along with some milder conditions. But in the meantime, pretty quiet tonight. Perhaps a bit of freezing drizzle over eastern sections of Ontario, possible. Not a whole lot of precipitation with that, but could make things a little slick on any untreated roads and walkways. But around the GTA, just some cloud cover. You can see some wet weather moving up towards the Nickel Belt, but we are dry for Friday. Now, Saturday's a different story. Saturday morning, Peterborough, the Kawarthas, Muskoka, Bracebridge through to Parry Sound, even up through Sudbury and North Bay. There will be the risk of some freezing drizzle early Saturday. A few showers possible around the GTA at times Saturday, but I don't think it's going to be a washout. The more organized rainfall will move in on Sunday morning. and it will last likely into Sunday afternoon or evening. And that will be the first system. We'll see another system move through come Tuesday into Wednesday, just in time for New Year's Eve, and of course ringing in 2025 on New Year's Day. But tomorrow, some cloud cover. Quiet, 3 degrees in Toronto, colder towards Kingston, right around the freezing mark in Peterborough, 4 in London. And as we take a look at some of the other temperatures around the area, you can see it stays relatively mild. And that will be the case for Saturday. The chance of showers, the rain on Sunday, and then more showers and rain on Monday. We've got another system Tuesday and Wednesday. It will be mild for New Year's Eve. I expect temperatures to be above the freezing mark, but it will be damp. You can see some cooler conditions as we head into Thursday. And that's a look at your forecast.